YouTube, today's date is Friday, July 22nd, 2016, and I'm coming with a very short video. It looks very, hold on for 1 second. It looks very foggy here. My hair, highlights, I'm from Jamaica. This video is for Angie, so she has something to view. Nothing has happened in my life lately, other than I went to Jamaica, I came back, I gained weight. I came back and I need to start working out again. Jamaica was such a blast. We did 4 excursions. I got there on a Sunday. On Monday, what we ended up doing is going to a beach day. The one thing I do like about Jamaica, from what I chose, I went on Apple Vacations, and everybody and their mother kept telling me that Apple Vacations is way too expensive, that I should have chosen either cheapcaribbean.com or I should have done FunJet. So that's something I'm going to be looking into. My husband wants to go to Mexico, Cancun or something, for his birthday in January, and so I'm going to look into that to see if that's a possibility. So on Monday we did a beach day in Negril, Jamaica. What I like is the package I got was an all-inclusive hotel. I want to say that it was a total of $3,000 and change for both my mom and I. We went on July 3rd and came back on July 10th. So it was literally 8 days, 7 nights. The airline was extra. I did pay extra to sit in the front rows because me being heavy set, you guys know my fear of not fitting in seats and stuff. I figured that even though they do not have first class, the first rows would be a little bit more spacier than the back rows. I fit fine. The seatbelt was fine. It was snug, but I fit. So I was excited. I was also excited that for some reason, to and from Jamaica, there was no one. It was a 3-seater, and no one was sitting in the middle. So my mom and I got to spread out. Actually, she got, to sit on the edge, on the aisle, and I sat by the window. And on the way back, she actually changed her seat to a window seat. She just got up and moved so she could see some of the sea and stuff like that. So on Monday so when you get to the hotel, the check-in was very long. I did not like the check-in. It was over an hour long just for them to hold your luggage, and it's hot. Thank God that I decided to wear my capris, and I had all cotton, and I was prepped, and I told my mom, let's have our bathing suits in our bag in case we want to just go to the pool or go to the sea. We're prepped. Well, you're so tired from the flight, not tired, but you're tired from the hustle and bustle, that I didn't like it. We just want a room, and it was very hot. I live in Chicago, so it's today. That's how I was all the time there, but then you get used to it really quickly. 100% humidity all the time. So after that, we ended up finally getting our room. We got there at, I want to say 11ish, and we ended up getting our room until 3 o'clock. That was very annoying. They hold the luggage for you, but they tell you, can you come back around 3? Right now we're serving lunch, so you can have lunch. So at this place, let me tell you, when you get off of the plane, for any of you people who decide to go to Jamaica, if you are going to decide to use any of these travel agencies, if they have transfers, it is specifically for Jamaica. Cheap Caribbean, Apple Vacation, and maybe even FunJet use the same company, which is Amstar. So what they do is when you get there, they put a bracelet on your wrist, and then it's like a hassle to find. It's like you got to think of a flea market kind of situation. There's people everywhere, and so I kept telling my mom, stick to me. So we end up finding the place. No one's really that helpful there. And then finally I just grabbed someone and said, I'm sorry, I need to find out, how do I get to my hotel? Do I just go to, do I check in with one of you people? And she said, yeah, you check in with me. And they give you like a little thing saying, when you get to a hotel, you're going to meet with this person. You're going to talk about the hotel, you're going to talk about the excursions, whatnot. So I'm like, okay. We get to the hotel, fast forward, they start serving us drink. We're so thirsty. They start serving us non-liquored, like a fruit punch. Everyone there drinks like a fruit punch. And so we were drinking that. We ate. There were 3 restaurants. There was a Chinese one we never tried, an Italian one, which is a Jamaican version of Italian food, and then they had a buffet, which is called Window Sales or something. So that buffet, you grab whatever you want to eat. It's very repetitive, to be honest with you. By the end of the vacation, we knew what the breakfast was going to be. We knew what the lunch was going to be. You know, it was all the same. So we get our room. The room was very nice. It was very cool. I decided to turn on the AC. However, I made the mistake apparently of not setting it on a timer. So the AC was running all day long. By day 3, engineering, which I would call the mechanics, were up there, maintenance, and they were saying that kind of froze my air conditioner because I left it running on too long. So they started putting it back on the timer, which was kind of annoying. So day 1 we did so then I met with the guy to discuss the tours, because you have to meet with someone and they're going to give you tickets for each tour. The issue was, I sit down and he told me that Apple did not charge me the correct tax, and I thought he said taxis, and I'm like, what? So he charged me an extra $57 and change for the taxes, Jamaican tax, that I didn't pay for Apple. I just think that they upped their prices and Apple does not know that, and so they're not charging me the same thing and Apple, so I had to pay. And I was like, okay. Another tidbit: Jamaica hates American Express. Do not take American Express. I took it just in case. It was my emergency backup card. No one would take it. Literally, no one would take it. I was like, great. MasterCard and Visa are preferred, and they do use the American dollar. You can use Jamaican dollar because it's cheaper, but a lot of people won't want it. One girl even told me, like, towards the end of my trip, ask them to charge you in Jamaican dollars. It's cheaper. No one would do that for me. So I don't know how she gets them to do it. Everything there is haggable. So you can haggle till you're blue in the face. I hate haggling. I only haggled for 3 shirts. After that, let's see. So then finally I get my tickets. He gives you tickets. I did 4 excursions. And then when you do the excursion that day, you sit in front of the hotel under shade, and there comes a big old bus. Think of a tour bus, like a Greyhound will come. If it's a big popular place, you're gonna get a Greyhound. If it's a place that maybe a few people would go, you're gonna get like a tiny, like a little mini bus. The mini bus seats about 15-20. So the first day was a beach day to Negril. I was in Montego Bay, and so we took a beach day. It was fun. It was exciting. I liked it. I was like, great, you know, if everything's like this, you know, it's doable. I don't understand why my mom, who was a fluent English speaker, semi-fluent, I'll say, she couldn't understand the Jamaican accent, so she kept talking to me, and I wanted to hear the history, because the tour guide was telling us history about Jamaica and what was going on with Jamaica. And another thing, I totally forgot, and I'm bad, I forgot totally about Bob Marley. So you're gonna hear Bob Marley 24/7 everywhere. It's Bob Marley, Bob Marley, Bob Marley. And so that is stuck till this day, it's stuck in my head. Like, sometimes I'll be doing something and I'm like, cause we're jamming to the da-da-da-da. And I'm like, oh my God, it's stuck in my brain. So anyways, so Monday we did the beach. On Tuesday we did Dunn Rivers Fall, which you have to actually climb the fall. I have some videos on my Facebook. I don't know if I can share them on Instagram because they might be too long. Oh my God, that one was horrible. My mom was very scared. I thought she was gonna fall back because it's a steep incline. You help each other. Like, strangers are like grabbing your ass, pushing you up. Strangers are pulling you up, and it was very horrible to admit. I mean, but they have a viewing deck on the side, so you can climb like 1/4 of it and get out, which is what I did because my mom scared me. I thought she was gonna fall back, because if you fall back, you're gonna be falling back on rocks. So I told my mom, do you want to keep going? She's like, no, I'm done. I'm like, okay, forget it. So I took her out and we like watched, and then we ordered some pate, which are like empanadas. I'm sorry, they're like empanadas. So they're called patties. And it was like beef, like a beef empanada. So I had that in coconut water. I ordered my mom coconut water. She didn't want anything, and I forced her to eat a piece of bread. Then on Wednesday, we did a catamaran cruise, which was the best one yet. You know, you get on this boat, you go supposedly to snorkel. We don't know how to swim, so we stayed on the boat. And I've never snorkeled before, but they were telling me, even if you don't know how to swim, you know, you can put on your vest and you can float. And I'm like, no, I don't trust myself in deep water to be able to float. So I said no. And so and they were not pushy. The thing that I hate there too is that everyone wants a tip. And I don't feel like, if I'm not bothering you at all, and I'm sorry, you're taking all of us. I did not tip my ship person. I'm sorry. I know people might frown upon that. I didn't, because I paid a pretty penny to be on that boat, and I really didn't do much. So they take you out, you snorkel, you come back on the boat. They take you to this place called Margaritaville, which is, think of a frat party 24/7. Everyone's drinking. And I was like, geez Louise, you know, I just wanted to look at it. We looked at it very quick, came back on the thing. And after that, you know, they take you to the dock, and they wanted all of us to go to where the captain underneath the boat to talk to him. And all he was going to do is ask for a tip, I'm sure. So we were outside, and the lady's like, oh, the captain wants to speak to you. And I said, I'm sorry, my mom's not feeling well. We just want to get off the boat at this point. And she's like, oh, okay. And so then the guy's like, oh, do you want me to grab your bag for you? And I'm like, no, I'm fine. Another thing, we ended up spending money there for sunscreen because I did not take enough. And we ended up spending money for a bag because I was going to take a book bag, but it didn't fit comfortably, so I decided to leave it. Big mistake. Ended up buying one there, but it was $13. My mom wanted me to buy one from Bob Marley that was $50. And I'm like, freak no. So that was Wednesday, and then Thursday we did another falls. That was our last excursion, but this one was more like a winding one. Man, on Wednesday night, I was looking up every single thing I could. It's called Mayfield Falls. I was looking up every single thing because I was panicked. I'm like, if this is going to be like this other one, forget it. We're not going to do it. So it ended up being an interesting trip. We had to buy water shoes for both falls. Thank God we had them. The last falls, my mom, I felt bad for her because I had to push her. She did not want to do the falls. She was done halfway, and I'm like, we got to do it. This is it. This is our last excursion. We got to do it. So we ended up doing it. I'm glad I chose to do all this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday and Saturday, we just loafed at the hotel. We got up, ate breakfast, came back, and then we would sit at the beach all day, read a book. We were under umbrellas, hang out. I snorkeled like both days. Like it's like 3 feet of water, snorkeled. And then I called it a day. We came back Sunday. My husband had this beautiful, I think I put it on Instagram, beautiful roses for me because my birthday was on Saturday, July 9th. Beautiful roses for me. He had balloons for me. He had a cake for me. He took me to dinner with my family. And I was like, oh my God. And it's exaggerated. All right, so that was my trip. Now, the only thing I'm going to mention, because who really is going to listen to 12 minutes of me, so I don't believe too many people will listen. I started my in vitro process. I think I told you guys that I don't have fallopian tubes, so I have to do in vitro. And I'm really on step 1, where they are doing an ultrasound. And right now, they tried to do yesterday an ultrasound with saline water, where they push a thing through my cervix. And they they push all this water into my uterus, and they want to take an ultrasound on my uterus to see if I have any cysts, any polyps, anything in there. Somehow, some way, my cervix, according to a lady who, I don't like my doctor's office, to be honest with you. I really don't like them. They're very cold. They don't say what their names are. I have no clue who these people are. They call and they're like, hi, I'm calling from so-and-so. They never say the name. So anyways, I'm not happy to them, but I'm kind of stuck because of where I work, so whatever. The thing kept curling up in my area. It would not go all the way through. So they tried to push fluid in, but not a lot went in. And so the girl told me that more than likely I'm going to have to get another one done, but they're going to have to give me Valium because it's going to hurt a little bit because they need to push it through. And I'm like, great. But they haven't called me back to tell me anything, so I'll pray to the in vitro gods that they got enough images that they can bypass that. If not, it's gonna suck. And all I kept thinking yesterday, if this is just me getting an ultrasound way deep in there, I don't know how it's gonna be to pop a kid, because it's horrible. I don't know how you guys do it, to be honest with you. I think I want a C-section 100%. And then last but not least, my Fitbit. This is the sister of my Fitbit. My Fitbit died in salt water. If you guys go on vacation, do not take your Fitbit in water because it will die. Mine died on day 1, and I was in 2 feet of water, and I just went like this, and as soon as the salt water touched that battery thing on the back, it died. Oh, to this day, I still have it. I still have it in my bag. I have it in my bag. This is my original one. I've tried charging it and nothing happens. I'll try charging it again at some point. Maybe it's dried off enough now. But it's sad because my Fitbit is dead, I think. Alright, so that's it, guys. 15 minutes for you guys. I'm going to try to do videos, but it's really hard because I get late. Like, right now I'm late to work. But I feel very guilty because Angie's like, where have you been? Are you still alive? And I'm like, I'm still alive. I'm still here. Okay, so you guys have yourself a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.